That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Rodgers to throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. Well, for the Seahawks and Packers, the two winningest teams in the NFC during the decade that just wrapped up. And during that decade, Seattle 2 Super Bowl wins. The Packers had 1. And these two, of course, they met in the playoffs a season ago as well. And it was the Packers behind 2 touchdowns each from Devontae Adams and Aaron Jones, who beat the Seahawks 28-23. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. And it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 7 yards to go.
Wilson. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
A 47-yard attempt.
And Myers able to knock it through. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
A nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. Flush to his right. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
second down and 4. Rodgers eluding the pressure right. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
From the gun on third down, Rodgers looking deep for Adams. And that will be incomplete.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
On fourth down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Back in for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3. Except
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. The Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Makes the score Packers 7, Seahawks 3.
And now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing.
It's caught inside the 25. And he is finally out of bounds, but he gets all the way down right around the 20. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you wonder, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 18-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tackles, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, I got the free safety coming up and making the big-time play.
And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That catch good for only a couple.
A pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Coleman now. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Tevin Coleman. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? The turnover, you just know that
Punt's better. Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
10. Packers 7.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones.
Aaron Jones on
It was Alton Robinson that time on the tackle. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
On the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Throwing is Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete.
And
now it's 3rd down.
I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
50. Hey, you block over here. Inside.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting...
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Dean Lowry in there to bury him for a loss of 11. And some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 23 yards to pick up there. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
And the Seahawks first down.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
He was taken down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Let's go. Slow down, slow down.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep. And this is caught inside the 5. And touchdown, Seattle.
Touchdown,
DK Metcalf. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. It's good to make it 17-7.
Is good. Makes the score Seahawks 17, Packers 7. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it.
5-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
The ball carrier.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go around.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home. And they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd down. Flush to his right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. So after 3 drives and 3 touchdowns combined between these two clubs, finally we get a defensive stop.
Yes, and welcome to the party, defensive players. And glad to have you because for a while there, it almost felt like it was 11 going downfield on air. Okay, so to be able to have someone come up, make a stop, now we got a football game going.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10.
Their own 27-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A gain of 22 yards.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Seahawks.
Here's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. And down to the 11. It's a big play there for Seattle. And even 40 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Packers' 13-yard line.
On 2nd and 12. Wilson eluding the pressure right. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle.
Number 16, Tyler Lockett.
Russell Wilson
Touchdown,
with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
28-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And right now these guys are shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
The Seahawks.
You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
First and goal.
I'm seeing a lot of hands on hips in that secondary, and I suspect a lot of mumbling under their breath as well, because this defense has had no answer for the passing game here in the first half.
They'll try and look for it on first and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get his second touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a second. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
Leighton Vander Esch.
No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Forced out, and he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Touchdown, Seattle.
Russell Wilson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Right there, 54, right there.
Off of play action, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams with touchdown number 7 on the year. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. They're going to run for Jones. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive when you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They go play action now. Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
It's a gain of 20.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
This throw complete. Wilson finding Lockett. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Packers pick it up. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack. Put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
Rodgers will bring the Pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain.
And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
10 at the 44-yard line.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
To try again after the sack. Wilson flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. He's got a man. It's Mitchell. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Here's Coleman. Preston Smith there on the stop.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
He's going to take off with it. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially his second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
No gain on the play there, second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. Third quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Kevin King with a pick. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line. They needed a break. They need to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on it.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
The ball carrier.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Again, it's Jones. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're heading towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Working from the gun. Rodgers looking deep for Adams. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Watch the twit.
Throwing again. Rodgers looking deep for Adams. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, we saw that he had a lot of success last week throwing the football, but that hasn't translated to this week. But with his team behind, I don't expect him to back off. I expect him to keep firing.
Rodgers now on 3rd down. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there, getting him the first. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
Rodgers throwing complete here to St. Brown. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Brought down.
I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. And on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
The Packers go for it. Rodgers looking deep for Adams. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Darnell Savage. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Rodgers on the bootleg. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
1st and 10.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. He'll run it. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
On the pickup. Brings
only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll move the chains. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. This is Coleman. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. He was 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson buying time to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
On the keeper.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end end zone for the Seahawks. Touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Seahawks 38. Packers 13. Michael Dixon to kick off.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. And what are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Green Bay Packers.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 33. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
First and 10.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Seattle.
I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They've clicked so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, they've protected well when they've wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people off the line of scrimmage when they've wanted to run it. Smiles all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one.
And this carries into the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Looking deep for Adams. And that will be incomplete. Connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. And my goodness, another
You thought you had it,
interception.
You thought you had it.
Picked off near the 26. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Seahawks 52. Packers 13. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers flushed out right. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
Green Bay Packer. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Flush to his right. Going to throw right side here. Complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Throwing again on second down. Rodgers eluding the pressure right. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
The left side throw complete to Adams. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
First and goal.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3. All right. Check 13. Check 13.
And again, it's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got it. A gain of 7 that time. Second goal. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal?
Check. Switch. Swing 30.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout.
Third and goal.
As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Third and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
Wide left.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Seattle.
So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tank.
That's your boy Old Mo. You said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down.
Today's final score, Seahawks.
Big
59.
offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Seahawks, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take